Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? This is your man, OTR Trey, aka Tuesday Night Trey, aka Treyway, and we are back with another viewer call in. As you see, I do have a special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
I don't think I need any introduction, but it's your boy, the matchmaking messiah, the pay per view, or should I say the PLE Prophet Zandal.
Oh, yeah. So today is going to be a little bit different. Um, we should have somebody. Mike Drop may join us within this broadcast, and then we have another viewer that should be calling in here in a minute. But today, Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas, as you can tell by my background and my hat. But we will be today will be our pretty much like a year-end review type of thing, and I wanted to get some of our viewers involved in this because they always have some interesting takes of what they say. So, um, you ready to start with the first question?
Yep.
Starting off, we're gonna start out hot. Who is the wrestler of the year for the men and women? And you don't have to just speak strictly about WWE. Whoever you think is the man or woman of the year in wrestling.
Now, are we doing this, PWI style, which is for a certain time period, or are we doing from like actually January of this year till December of this year?
It's whatever you want to choose. Who is your wrestler of the year?
Okay. Whew. Um, see, the conventional answer I would say would be Roman. I mean, would be Cody, just
Women.
because he's been the main person. I mean, that's the conventional answer. But I'm not going to give you the conventional answer. I'm going to say something that just is totally off the cuff.
He's
I'm
gonna
going to
say
say
CM
Roman.
Punk.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
Roman.
thank
I'm going to
God.
say Roman. I'm not
Okay.
going to troll that hard. That's my Christmas gift to y'all. I won't troll too hard.
All right.
But I'll say Roman. And the reason I'm saying Roman is because he started off the year still as champion, didn't lose it till Mania. Even after he lost it, his presence was still looming on the show in regards to
Hmm.
honestly when he's coming back. And he came back not too long ago, and he's all anybody's talking about on that show. I
And
mean,
every
Cody,
story seems to be revolving around him too, in some way.
yep. And I still maintain that Cody is more interesting when he has Roman involved in his story. People can say what they want to. I mean, the most recent thing with Kevin, okay, that's compelling. But I mean, as you see, fans are already starting to turn on Cody because they got the whole Cody sucks or Cody, you deserve it. I still maintain your top babyface shouldn't be getting hit with that. I don't think I've ever really seen that from a really considered top overall babyface. So I'm going Roman for that. And if I was to pick a female, it'd probably have to be Rhea because it's almost like it's almost like Roman. She started off the year hot. Even when she dropped the title, people are still wondering when she's coming back. She's back and she's still interjecting herself into the other things because I mean she's really the only female storyline that's really going on right now that's really still engaging to some degree.
Hmm. Okay. So for the men, um, I wish Jay was here for this because I'm actually going to say Cody.
I
I'm
know,
actually going to
I know.
say Cody. I'm actually going to say Cody, even though I don't want to, but I am going to say Cody. Um, Even though Roman just looms over everything like a damn shadow, uh, Cody is the wrestler of the year for me from him winning the title, the story that went into that, from starting with the Royal Rumble all the way to winning the title, then all the way having it all the way now to the end of December. The twists and turns that have gone on, the way that he has actually his stuff with The Rock, the interesting different levels of that, uh, the will he won't he turn heel, the way that he's been the ambassador pretty much for WWE. He's everywhere. So I would say Cody is my wrestler of the year. And for the women, we're literally picking the opposite of each other. I'm picking Liv as wrestler of the year. Um, Ever since because when she took out Rhea with the chair shot and then took her and then her arm, then beating Becky twice to get the title and retain it, then the whole storyline with Dom, which yeah, Rhea's involved in that, but it picked up steam when it was just them two, her and Dom. It picked up steam when it was just them having the most compelling storyline on Raw in forever. Um, I know people act like they don't care about it, but it's kind of like the NBA play. It's kind of like the NBA tournament. They don't care about it now,
Mhm.
but years later, when they're still doing it, they're going to care. Her being the first one to be the first crown jewel champion. Cody got that too. Oh, and we have another viewer. Welcome, jokes from JJ. You want to say hello to the people?
What's up, people? It is I, your favorite neighborhood noise violation. Jokes from JJ.
God, we have two people that intro themselves the same way. uh, but yeah, so that's why JJ, we're picking our. I said male wrestler of the year and female wrestler of the year. Zando picked Roman and Rhea. I picked Cody and Liv, and I'm finishing up on why Liv is my wrestler of the year for women. And then honestly, I just think she's same way Cody been doing all this promo. Liv is everywhere doing the promo. She on the WrestleMania trucks. Like this is the year of Morgan. I don't know how next year's going to go, but I know this year, 2024, it's been all her. So those are my two picks. Who you got, JJ?
For males, I got.
And it doesn't have to be WWE. It doesn't have to strictly be WWE.
I figure for males, I got Jay Uso.
Okay.
For women, I got a tie for women.
All right, I'll allow it.
I
Normally I
I
don't.
got Liv Morgan and Bailey
Explain to me, Bailey.
because she got people to care about what's old big woman's name again?
Naya?
Yeah, she got
Nigga,
people
y'all
to
y'all are
care about.
y'all are disrespectful. That
She
big
got
woman.
people to care
She is
about a
she is
Nia
the world
feud.
heavyweight women's champion. That
Yeah,
big
okay.
woman.
She got people to care about a Nia feud in the year of 2024. That in itself gets you a spot at the podium. And
Xander,
I don't think we really give enough credit to Bailey's ability to get over pretty much everything she does. Because if I would have went back 5, 6 years ago when she was the hugger and told you we would have had this many different iterations of Bailey, you'd be like, there's no way she gets any of those over. So right now she's pushing her way to be the female Chris Jericho when it comes to getting stuff over.
okay. Xander, you got any commentary on Bailey?
So your picks, I can kind of see the argument for, and they're like direct foils for my picks. Bailey, I don't know. That's a tough one for me because I kind of feel like she falls into the Seth Rollins category where she was champion, but no one really cared. And I don't see too much difference from her iteration now than when she was in Damage Control. There was difference between when she was the hugger and when she was in Damage Control, but from you know, from that change of being Damage Control to now, I don't really see a difference.
But I
And
could make
Jay,
that
I can
same
also
argument
think
for
of
Rhea.
also.
I can make that same argument about Rhea. She's literally had no character change ever. No matter what happens to her, she's still John Cena from 2009. Broken face doesn't matter. Takes out 5 people. Broken neck doesn't
But
matter. Comes back, takes out 7 people. Like she's the
and my
challenger
counter
for a
would be
title that makes the champion kind of look like a bitch, and not in a
my counter
chicken
would be
heel
then
type way.
if that's the case, she's still like over by not changing her character than Bailey was changing her character
Is
because
she over in that
Rhea is
sense,
the most
or is it
over
more?
woman in the company.
Yeah, by default, sure, because they just keep putting her out there. Like they haven't. Well, who else is there
Yeah.
going to be besides her?
I mean, you can put people out there and they still not get over. that's happened before. So it's not so much as the fans actually want her out there compared to she's just
Is it
being
the
shoved down the
fans
throat.
want her out there, or do 80% of her fans want to smash her, women included?
Doesn't
Because
I mean,
when
but you
people
could say
talk
that for
about Rhea,
any
they're
woman.
never.
We're not going to introduce that because we're talking about these women
Am I
wrestlers.
wrong? Am I
It
wrong?
doesn't
Then
matter.
I get it.
It
I
I'll
doesn't
understand
matter
that,
if
I'll
but
you're
just
wrong.
say
I said
this
we're
and I'll
not
let it go.
introducing it. I said we're
BBL
not
Bailey.
introducing it.
BBL
Yeah,
Bailey. That's all I
yeah,
gotta say.
the big woman, as you called her that.
like, but no one looks at Bailey as a sex symbol.
Shit,
I
shit.
don't know about that.
They don't look at her as a sex symbol. They might think she's attractive. And Trey, we've had this conversation. We have friends who don't
No,
find
we have
Bailey
not.
attractive. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. That's one. And two, look
No,
at all the new
they
fans
didn't
of
say
Rhea.
they didn't. They didn't say they didn't find her attractive. It was certain things they thought that we were embellishing on.
One person did say they didn't find her attractive.
Well, Bailey's not for everybody.
No one's for everybody. But I'm saying, if you go online and look at a lot of people that like Rhea, it's, oh, mommy, I want her to do this to me. I want her to do this to me. But
I'm
let's
not
think
trying
about
to.
that.
I'm trying not to sexualize these women wrestlers.
I'm not trying to sexualize it either, but that's part of
You
life.
literally brought
Sexuality is
it
a part
up.
of life.
All right,
You literally
I'm just
brought it
looking at
up.
it
Sexuality is a
strictly
part of
as
life.
Rhea has
We're
been
talking about
over
their
longer
in-ring
than Bailey.
ability.
She's had consistently good matches. I mean, I don't think I can name one Rhea match where it's been a bathroom break as opposed to Bailey, where there's been some matches where it's been like, okay, it's a bathroom break.
Well, I did want to bring up a name that I know nobody here was going to say, but and because she's never on TV, but quiet as kept, Athena might be the female wrestler of the year. She's had the belt for over 700 days, the ROH Women's Championship. But I know nobody cares, at least the people that I talk to, because nobody watches ROH like that. But I could make an argument. I could try to make an argument for her. And then I've heard people throw the name Tiffany Stratton out there as another possible name for female wrestler of the year.
I
Uh,
can see Tiffy.
JJ, would you like to explain your Jay
Yo,
Uso pick? Would you like to explain your Jay Uso pick?
well, one could argue he's the most over wrestler in the company.
One could.
Outside of WrestleMania, like he hasn't really had a bad match outside of WrestleMania.
Okay.
And I think from the start of the year until now, I think he's shown the most growth as a character as far as like where they
Also, can't
project him
forget.
going.
Also, can't forget he's been top 3 in merch all year.
He's been top 3 in merch all year. But from the start from January to now, I see him as the most. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't say accomplished because he's only the champion for like 3 minutes.
I can
Like I
go
see
with
the
Jay.
most growth as a character from him from compared to everybody else. Like just to me, Cody's reign has been boring for the most part of it. So I can't like outside of the WrestleMania match itself, which it wasn't all him. That was just WWE putting on a great soap opera story for us. Everything will just be like, all right. I mean, yeah, I've never really seen him be in any danger. To me, he's never really fought from underneath in any of his title matches. It's always felt like, well, we know what's about to happen. And him beating Kevin Owens in 12 minutes just to get package power driver, just like, I don't care.
All right. So I like that we all had different picks there. Biggest surprise of 2024.
Easy.
Anybody can go. Go ahead.
Return of Punk. Easy.
Wasn't that 2023?
Well, yeah, that's true. So, okay.
I
So
mean, if you want to say
24.
him, if you want to say him joining the bloodline was the surprise.
Hmm.
It was a surprise only, but at the same time, it kind of wasn't because it was Paul Heyman. And you remember when he left, he was like, Punk, take me with you. So,
Yeah. Yeah, CM Punk returning is a 2023 moment. I'm sorry, that is ineligible.
It might actually be Roman losing because as much as people want to say, yeah, he had to lose, you didn't really know.
I didn't think there was a way they could have him beat Cody again. and have Cody be a legitimate anything.
I was one of
The
those people
first
that
time he
did
beat Cody,
want. I did want Roman to win, but I don't know. It kind of kept
the
leaning
first time
towards.
he beat Cody, that was
Yeah.
surprising. I'll definitely agree with that. That was surprising the first time he beat Cody. The second time, like if he would have beat Cody, that would have been a surprising thing because that means they would have wasted a whole year. But
Okay.
surprises of 2024.
Yeah, your biggest surprise.
Hmm. You tell me yours, and I'll keep thinking.
So I was going to go a few ways. I was going to go the Judgment Day imploding, but that we saw that right. The writing was on the wall for that. Um, I was going to say uh, Blackpool Combat Club turning on Brian Danielson. That actually was a surprise, but I don't think it's the biggest surprise. Based off of these two, you can't tell where I'm going as far as my surprise. I'm picking the New Day. I'm picking the New Day turning on Big E, specifically Kofi turning on Big E.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
go.
a,
So I'm gonna go with New Day turning on Big E after he came back, pleaded with them to get it together, said he was gonna be their manager for the rest of the year and or whatever he said. As long as it took, he was gonna be their manager. And for them to just throw it back in his face, bring up his girl, bring up his injury, disregard his injury, saying it don't matter if you got hurt. You should have been here, just going crazy. Not necessarily telling lies, but just the way in which they broke that truth to him in such a disrespectful, condescending way. I'm gonna go with the New Day turning on Big E.
I'm probably gonna have to second that because I can't think of anything else. Like Dom turning on Rhea was pretty predictable.
Everybody kept trying to tell me I was crazy when I said that. No, everybody said that Liv wasn't going to accept Dom. She was going to turn on him and get with Finn. I was like, come on,
That would have been surprising because that would have made absolutely no
man. That
story.
definitely would have been
That would have made no
surprising.
sense. That would have made no sense storyline wise. Uh, I wouldn't really call it surprising, but it is kind of funny how quickly everyone seems to have forgiven Roman. But
Okay,
that's
that
not
kind
really
of leads
surprising.
into a later one. Yeah,
I got to go with what you said. Like, it's not that
New
they
Day.
turned on Biggie; it's the way they did it. Like it felt like the festival of friendship, but worse.
Because
Because
there
you
was no
knew that
violence.
Kevin.
It was
Because
no
you knew
violence. It
Kevin.
was
Oh
just
yeah,
words.
you knew Kevin. You knew Kevin Owens was going to beat up Chris Jericho at some point. And this one, I almost felt like okay, Biggie's going to be the reason why they stick together. You know, it's New Days. You can't really break them up. And then they just talked to this man like he was an NPC in a video game they didn't want to play no more. So
Nobody expect. Well, of course, certain people say they expected it, but for the most part, nobody expected both of them to turn. Everybody kept thinking it was
yeah,
going to be
not
one
like
or the
that. It
other.
was going to be one or the other turn on each other, but I didn't think they were going to both turn on him. And then
hmm Xander, what you got about the New Day breakup?
I was very surprised by the amount of savagery that Kofi was able to bring out of himself.
it
It's like, wow.
started the week. It started the week before when him and Woods were just dropping truth bombs on each other.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I honestly didn't think that Kofi could do something that would be perceived as being a heel because he's always so carefree and fun. And he's been like that like pretty much his whole career. So that was surprising. I could definitely see Woods being able to do that. So I mean, overall, I think it was a great segment. I'm just waiting to see what happens because it feels like the natural end has to be Big E coming back. But if Big E doesn't come back, I don't know where they could take it.
Yeah, I think that if Big E doesn't come back, I mean, if they're just going to run as a duo, I think I've heard a lot of people say this, and I think people have said it on this pod. They probably I don't know if they should. I mean, it'll be the biggest troll move to keep using the music and still call themselves the New Day and still use Big E's entrance. But honestly, I think they should change their name and change their music. But I don't know if they're actually going to do that.
I do think
Xander,
that at some point,
oh,
I think Woods needs to win a singles title while doing this.
oh, that's the whole point of this breakup. If Woods doesn't end up with a singles title, what the fuck was the point?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point if Woods doesn't get a singles title? That was the main reason why he was getting so upset in the first place. Was because he can't win anything. And then Kofi threw it in his face that he hasn't won anything. Them getting another tag title to add to their number of title reigns, that's cool and all, but this Woods needs to get a singles title. Otherwise, this is pointless. But Xander, what was your surprise? I forgot what you said.
Um, it was kind of hard. New Day was a good one, but I'm gonna go kind of slightly different. And I think the most surprise for me with WWE was the working relationship with TNA
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
That is a
because
good one.
my thought was I never saw what the benefit of it would be. I could see I couldn't see how it could help TNA. I mean, it brings out their people, but I didn't see how it could help WWE because they didn't need TNA. It's like there's nothing TNA can offer aside from just bringing in some new talent. But it seems like it's beneficial, especially for NXT, because we're pretty much taking those talents and bringing them over, and then using them and sometimes keeping them in case like the Motor City Machine Guns. There's talks of
Yeah.
the former women's champion, the Juggernaut, joining them.
Yeah.
So
And then you also have don't forget Joe Hendry.
yeah, and also help
And
facilitate Wesley's heel turn, which I never thought would happen.
so that could have been another surprise too. But also think about this because I posted this in on our IG story the other day. Breaking that TNA has signed a multi-year agreement with Sportsnet to air TNA Impact every Thursday from 8 to 10 Eastern Time nationally in Canada on Sportsnet 360 beginning on Thursday, January 2nd. So they did end up signing a new TV deal, multi-year. So I think TNA's been great with this working relationship. You they already had it anyway when they had Mickey show up with the Knockouts Championship in the Rumble, and then they did it again with Jordan Grace. So
I will say though, I
if
found
I
it
see Nick if I see
interesting.
Nick Nemeth if I see Nick Nemeth pop up on WWE TV as Nick Nemeth and not Dolph Ziggler, I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
See, that was going into what I was about to say. I found it interesting that they haven't brought over any of the former WWE guys to represent TNA. I found that interesting that they never haven't done that.
Oh, they don't talk about what Top Dollar and the rest of them.
I don't know about Top Dollar. Okay, we ain't worried about Top Dollar. I was
He just fought.
thinking,
He just
you know,
fought. He just fought Nick Nemeth for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. He lost, but he fought him.
I'll be honest, no one's watching it. No one's watching it.
So how you gonna big up TNA and then at the same time say nobody's watching it? See,
I I can
wrestling
big up them
fans,
because they
man,
get it on WWE TV, but for their actual
wrestling
shows
fans,
themselves,
man.
I'm a wrestling fan. But I mean, if I have to search like with a GPS to find your station to find your show, nah.
That's why you just got to get the streaming like me.
And this is coming from somebody who used to religiously, watch their weekly shows that they did as pay-per-views. I used to watch those. So
So I'm watching TNA right now, and William Regal, he tried to do the same thing with Lexis King against his son that he did with MJF against Moxley, but instead of giving him the ring, he gave him brass knuckles. King, he turned it down. Regal punched him, and then his son Charlie used the brass knuckles and got disqualified. So William Regal, what the hell? He stayed trying to do some heelish stuff with people that are supposed to be baby faces. He's always trying to turn them out. What's up with that, JJ?
I don't watch that AEW.
NXT.
I barely watch NXT.
I just said, what's up with William Regal always trying to get baby faces to do some heel shit?
because he's a
Oh, he's always
scoundrel.
been like that. He's always been like that. Literally since his back when he was Steven Regal in WCW, he's always been that.
When he was the working man.
Even before that,
All right. All right. Let's go to breakout star of the year. Whoever wants to go first.
Hmm.
Breakout star of 2024. Again, either company, any company, not either because it's more than two.
I
Any company.
mean, let's be honest. Most of these are probably gonna be WWE guys because we don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
but
We
gonna
don't
I
say most
want,
of them.
in
but
AEW.
this is
I
not,
understand.
this is not a strictly WWE podcast. I would like to work with all of y'all. So,
Okay, so I have a couple of answers there with this.
okay,
If I'm going AEW, it's Swerve. Swerve AEW. If we're
yes. Hold on, where am
talking
I?
WWE, even though he's been established for a while, it's Jay. And then just to add a little extra bit, if we're going NXT, I got two I could say, either Trick or Javon Evans.
Okay, and then once again, we're going to go to this for Swerve getting some love. My boy, he's my favorite wrestler in AEW by far. It's not even close. Um, okay, I can see that what you said. Um, if I want to do what you did and do multiple companies, I'm gonna say Joe Hendry for TNA. Because they put him on my radar. I had no idea who the hell Joe Hendry was before he showed up at that Battle Royal for NXT. Um, for NXT, it's definitely Javon Williams, especially that match he had against Randy. That's really what did it for me. And then if I'm going WWE breakout star, and even if they had, I don't count what you did in NXT. If you come over to the WWE and make an impact, I'm going with that. I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Okay.
JJ, you don't have to
Uh,
do three companies like us.
yeah, I wasn't going to. Jay is the obvious answer for me. I could also see someone saying Gunther because
Even
they
though he
finally
was
put the
just,
world to.
I'm about to say, even though
He
he
was
was just
inter-
IC champ for
he was IC
666 days.
champion, and like half of that, like no one really cares about the IC title the way they used to. Like he put some relevance on it, but they finally gave him like the world championship, even though he lost to Cody. So for the was it the Saudi Arabia championship that stays in Saudi Arabia, which is that was the weirdest thing ever. But I would say Jay gets it. Honorable mention to Gunther.
Uh, now you could now if you want to do a woman, you could do a woman also. Did you want to pick? Did I want to pick one?
For the women.
No,
Yeah, yeah. If I'm gonna do mine,
Um,
I'm gonna say Tiffany. Tiffany, easy.
hmm, you know what? For the women, ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go a little differently, and I'm gonna say there's two, and I put them together because they're synonymous with each other right now. Jada Parker and Lola Vice.
Oh my God! Hold the phone. No, with this, so I need this. Yes, definitely.
Because I'm giving them more than the other two with the beautiful madness and Stephanie because those are seasoned pros and these
And they
two have
just got
kind of
there. They literally just got
yeah
there.
and these two have actually had matches and battles that you wouldn't expect. The underground match, the the kind of hardcore match. Those are things I were not expecting to see from them and them be able to pull off. Sure, there were some spots you can say that looked a little pre-planned more so than others, but that's the nature of NXT to a degree, and they still pulled it off where you were invested in what was going on with them.
If I had to pick another woman, I would go AEW, and I would actually go Mariah May if I had to pick a woman from AEW.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go Mariah May. JJ, woman,
I don't
breakout
have.
star.
I don't have one.
Damn,
I'm being honest. Like
you just cut it
I
off
didn't
when the women get
follow.
on. When the women get
I
on
didn't
TV, you cut it
follow
off.
it enough to say one, and for me, like I don't watch the other companies, and in WWE, it's really been the same three women at the top for this whole
That's
year,
why it's a
basically.
breakout star. You haven't seen anybody that just
But
popped
to
to you.
me, no. Because what Tiffany's, she still got the case, right?
Yeah, that was her
She
breakout
hasn't
moment was
cashed
winning
in.
that. I mean,
Yeah, all right.
you could probably say Chelsea because she got the first United States women's champion.
That just happened like 45 minutes ago.
I know, but I'm saying if you don't have anybody,
I I don't want to be rude and like
and
just
also yeah,
half-ass it, but I don't have anybody.
she just won that. But you could say she's been a breakout. You could say she's been a breakout star the entire year because she's been doing her thing the entire year. Um,
Yeah, I got nobody.
all right. Feud slash storyline of the year.
The whole bloodline thing.
Still,
Yeah, it's still
I
bloodline for me.
could say two. I would say Bloodline because it's the longest, most consistent, and it's what pretty much drives SmackDown. But on Raw, I would say Punk and Drew.
Punk and Drew was
okay.
fantastic. I got to give them credit on that.
And I am going to go completely different. I am going to AEW, and I am going Hangman and Swerve. That shit, the storytelling between that is crazy. That's a story that's been going on for years, but it came to a head this year when they had the unsanctioned match. That shit was just crazy. So I'm going with Swerve and Hangman as my favorite feud. Now, do y'all have a favorite storyline besides the feud, besides this particular feud? Because this is feud slash storyline, so you could do both if they're different.
The bloodline storyline from January till now. That's the best storyline for me.
And then the bloodline versus bloodline feud is for you also.
Yeah, because that's part of the all-encompassing bloodline storyline. So
Xander, do you have a separation between your pick, feud and storyline? Oh, we might have lost him for a second. All right. Uh,
Yeah,
let's.
the Dom storyline was pretty good. I would say the Dom
that was
love
definitely
triangle
pretty good.
was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do have a
yeah.
question for you though.
What's up?
Which match do you choose as your favorite? The Lights Out match with Swerve and Hangman, or the Hell in a Cell with Punk and Drew?
Lights out.
Okay, I thought that's
Yeah,
what you said, but I was just curious.
yeah. Lights out. Uh, it's funny you bring up Dom because he's my early pick for breakout star next year.
Oh, absolutely.
They setting it up right now for him to be the breakout star next year. Um, and yeah, if I had to pick a difference between feud and storyline, well, the Hangman Adam Page is still my favorite storyline because it led to my favorite feud. But like you said, the love triangle with Liv, Dom, and Rhea, that's also one of my favorite storylines this year. All right, so what is you all's match of the year?
I have two. Um,
It's not matches of the year.
I know, but I'm gonna give one that's the match, and I'm gonna give the honorable mention.
Okay,
Match of the year is Roman Cody at WrestleMania. Honorable mention: Hell in a Cell, Drew and Punk.
okay, and that's what you consider your match of the year.
Match of the year is the WrestleMania Night 2 main event. That's match of the year for me.
You mean 39
What?
or 40? You said
Yeah,
19.
40. I didn't say 19. I said night two.
Okay, okay. My eyes must
19
not be
would be
working.
would be Brock versus Kurt Angle. Like no one's
I
talking about
know
2003.
that was crazy. That's why I was like, "Whoa, he can't be." He said
That's
that.
I said night two. So it's Roman versus Cody for match of the year. The honorable mention is the Drew versus Punk and Hell in a Cell.
Xandal, what you got?
Whew. I'm gonna have to go to the Hell in a Cell match. To be honest, I mean the Cody Roman match was okay. I think their previous years might have been better. You know, they had all the interference and stuff. So I picked them Hell in a Cell over that one.
Well, for me, I'm actually going to agree with JJ, and I'm gonna go Cody and Roman because of all of the people that we got. John Cena, we got The Rock, we got The Undertaker, we got Seth, we got Jay, we got Jimmy, like we got everybody. Uh, and just because of the storyline that preceded it, and the way that the whole match was even set up with The Rock, with Roman saying no, pretty much The Rock Debo and Cody out the way, or Cody made to look so horrible by just giving his spot up to The Rock initially, and then coming out saying, "Oh no, fuck that, this is bullshit." Roman Reigns, I'm challenging you. Like, well, if that was the case, then why'd you just get a Rock your spot? But
Yeah, that
I
part
don't
made
know.
no sense. That
Then
just
the
reminded me of when I hate
the
when they do that, when they just randomly throw stuff and it doesn't make sense. Like when Rock was facing Austin at X7, they just randomly threw Deborah in there to make him the Rock's manager for like 2 weeks. I'm like, why do that? Like, I don't understand the point of that. If you want to have the Rock show up and try to argue his way into it, cool. But why make Cody look bad just to have him come back and be like? Because a part of me still is not convinced that they were gonna go with Rock Roman until the backlash happened. Maybe
no,
we should
hold
save
on,
Rock Roman for later.
say that part again.
So part of me still not convinced that had it not been for the backlash when Cody gave up his spot initially, that they really were going to do Rock Roman at this point, and then
Oh yeah, they were.
try to
They
find a way
were.
to get Cody in there some other time.
If they had actually went with Cody going against Seth after Seth, because remember they already had a trilogy and Seth lost.
Yeah, and Seth
He
lost
got
all three matches.
he got 3-0, and he even lost him with a torn pec in a Hell in a Cell. That was crazy.
Did he get 3-0 versus Edge too?
Who, Seth?
Yeah.
Did they go three? I don't remember that.
Was it 3 or was it 2?
I can't remember that. But he
But
lost that
go
feud, didn't he? He
He
lost that
definitely
feud, didn't
lost a
he?
few.
And one thing you can't say is that Seth don't put people over shit. Seth loses a lot more feuds than people think. uh, what was I about to say? Oh yeah. And then what also makes it match of the year is uh the tag match that preceded it on night one. If they lost, then it would be Bloodline Rules for night two. Which as soon as they said Bloodline Rules, you knew Cody was going to win because then Cody could get help.
Yeah.
That pretty much sealed it right there. It was fun picking Roman to win, even though in my heart I knew that Cody was going to win, but it was just fun. Um,
And they did have 3 matches, by the way.
okay,
Seth and Edge, they did have 3.
all right. This was going to be my last question, but actually I'm gonna save it. Who is your comeback wrestler of the year? And then I have another question. That's the last one.
Hmm. Comeback wrestler of the year.
Comeback wrestler of the year.
Okay, I know he came back in 2023, but since he didn't have an official match until 2024, can it be anyone other than Punk? Like I know he returned in 2020. He didn't start. He didn't have a match until 2024.
Yeah, because he definitely came back in November of 2023 at
Yeah, he came back
Survivor
in November
Series, wasn't
2020 at Survivor Series. So are we doing it that way? Does the comeback does that start his day so he can't be comeback of the year in 2024 because he didn't have a match in 2023?
I don't. I get where you're coming from with that, but the way I shot Zandel down, I'm gonna have to shoot that one down too.
No,
I
that
can't
my
let you.
answer would
I can't let you have it and not let him have it.
my answer would be Roman then.
I was gonna say yeah,
I'm
he's
I'd
up
say
there.
Roman.
gonna say think of somebody that was gone for whatever reason, but came back in 2024. Not my fault. CM Punk decided he wanted to come at the end of the fucking year.
I mean, Becky was gone for a little bit. And she came back.
Yeah, she'll be back in 2025.
Uh, I mean, yeah, it kind of has to be Roman because he was gone for like 6.5 months.
He had been gone since WrestleMania. It was more like 4 months.
It felt longer than that.
Well, let me see, because how long is it between April and Survivor Series? Yeah, it was 4 months because that was in August this year. So he was gone for 4 months.
You mean SummerSlam?
SummerSlam. Yeah, I meant SummerSlam. That's when he came back.
That felt longer than that, but yeah, 4 months, and he didn't fight again until like what, October almost, or late September.
Shit, can we say Shinsuke? He was gone for a little bit.
He was gone for a little bit, and he's finally doing something like
He came back, got the United States Championships.
got the United States Championship. It's only a matter of time before they bury him underground again.
Oh, oh, I know who my comeback wrestler of the year is. Fucking
DDP.
no, Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, I'm going with Roman.
I think Xander picked. I think Xander picked Roman too. All right, so let's see here, and this is the final question of the night, gentlemen. Uh, what is your favorite? What was your favorite moment of 2024 in wrestling? Your favorite moment?
Even though his reign has been boring as hell for the most of it, when Cody won the title and Samantha Irvin got choked up and everybody came out like almost like they did with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10, they're
It
like
always
putting him on
reminds
the
me of
shoulders and all that.
it always reminds me of Sting beating Hogan in
The thing
'97.
was, I mean, I remember that match, and I'm still mad about that match because they did that match so stupidly. Like, I'm glad WCW
Yeah.
went out of business for that match alone. But yeah, like that moment is number one for me. Either that
So
or the. I kind of want to say The Rock randomly showing up at Bad Blood, but he didn't do anything. He just like showed up like
and they said
two of
that
like
wasn't
his
even a. They said they just did that to get him on TV. That wasn't even the point. It was pointless for him to show up.
yeah
It
nigga
didn't mean
showed up,
anything.
did the Terrell
Some
Davis
moments.
Denver Broncos salute and just left. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with Roman. Cody winning the title when even though Michael Cole did his best to ruin it by screaming "finish the story" on beat with every single hit, but I'm gonna go with that.
I'm going to go different. I'm going the appearance of the Wyatt Six on Raw
Okay. Okay.
because it's a
Because
moment
everybody was
that was
really
unexpected.
serious on how it was going to happen. No, I'm sorry. I talked during what you were saying. Say it again, Xander.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying because as a moment, I think it was unexpected. You didn't know what to get. Everybody was wondering, well, how are they going to do this? Because they're going to wear that stuff in the ring, how they're going to wrestle. So just that moment, I think, was very significant. I can get the whole Cody thing, but I mean, honestly, at that point, I was kind of over the whole finish the story. So that didn't really resonate as a moment to me. When he won, I said, okay, he finally won. What's he going to do with it? So that's what I'm
Not a
going with
damn
Wyatt.
thing. I wish Jay was up here
He hasn't done anything with it. Like
because
I'd be the first one to admit that.
I've been shitting on Cody and showing him love at the same time. Jay's head would explode if he was on this.
But it's like he hasn't done anything since he won. Like, remember when the storyline when Hangman Page finally won the title?
Yeah,
Like the storyline was outstanding. The title
the
reign
story
itself,
between him and Kenny.
yeah, like fantastic. Once he won title, it was just like, all right, man, now what? Like Cody, it seems like he's been trying to be great value, 1986 Ric Flair this whole time, and just like, bro,
I mean, he's bringing back all the old titles, man. He brought back the white strap IC belt back in the day. Now he's bringing back the winged eagle. Like, come
man,
on, man.
this, and I'm
Cody's a
asking for one,
revolutionary.
man. Okay, it's like, what's
And
your favorite Cody moment after? Like, none of his, okay, all the best moments of his title reign has been when stuff is happening to him, not him doing something. In the match against AJ Styles, the crowd going crazy for AJ Styles, like him getting packaged pile driver. Like it's never. It's like, oh yeah, Cody did this. It's more like, yeah, this is happening to Cody. Like it feels kind of like Daffy Duck in this title reign. Like
So Zandel said YS6. You said Cody
I said the
winning.
moment when Cody won and like the celebration right after it, because it actually felt like they had just beaten a video game that no one's been able to beat.
My favorite moment also involves Cody, but it's when The Rock beat his ass outside of Monday Night Raw in the rain.
That was just funny.
It was
Mama
beating him with the
Rose.
belt. Mama Rose and made Cody bleed, and he took Cody's blood and put it on the belt. Like that was probably my favorite moment because it just it just led. It was the perfect culmination of everything leading up to it. Between the press con when The Rock came back to the press conference to them for the Cody coming out and saying that he gave his spot up to The Rock to taking it back to Seth Rollins getting his ass involved for no reason, and I'm never getting off that. That's why I went on that rant against Seth Rollins. I was like, all this shit, you did all this to yourself, brother. Like, but but yeah, the Rock is going crazy, and it just and the way that he was just talking shit to him, that was the
At
funniest
first,
part.
when you said Cody, I thought you were going to talk about when he was in the stadium talking with Roman, and went straight to Cody getting his ass whooped. Like I
No,
said,
I ain't
all
gonna
the
put
best things about
them cinematic things that Roman been doing. They've been hitting.
oh yeah, that's supposed to that goes back to what I said before. Everything when it's like, well, oh, what's the best thing about Cody? It's always when something's happening to him. It's not like when he's doing anything.
Besides winning the title, that was it.
That was the only part, and that's because Seth Rollins got in the way.
Zando, since your favorite moment was the Wyatt Six, how do you let's just real quick, how do you think their booking has been lately?
It's been pretty good.
Do you like
I'd
the
like to
feuds
see
they've
more
been
of
in?
Nikki in the ring
Okay.
because she hasn't really gotten much in the ring. I would just like to actually have some more matches, not necessarily start going for titles, but I mean, I thought it was going to actually accumulate in a match at Survivor Series, them um,
Final
versus
Testament.
yeah, which would have been a good thing because you could have had not only actual Survivor Series style match on the card, but they didn't go that way. So
The funniest thing would have been if they did Final Testament versus Wyatt Six, but they let Nikki and Scarlett get in there and they all fighting, and then Scarlett and Nikki just off in the corner fighting each other because they can only touch each other.
hmm
That would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious. But well, the rumors are that once they're done with the Final Testament, they're going after the Judgment Day,
hmm,
and they
that'll be
teased it
interesting.
I
already.
mean,
They teased it already because they showed Alexa Bliss's doll in between Dom and Liv when they was talking to Pierce one time. So they've
at
already
least it'll
teased it,
give the Judgment Day something to do versus.
and it'll probably be and because the whole point of uh the Y6 is them getting at people that turned on their families. So everybody in the Judgment Day has turned on their family. Well, except
I
Liv, because
really,
Liv didn't have any family to turn on. Her family's with her. It's Raquel.
I really, really, really wish that they hadn't turned on Edge as quickly as they did. I really would want
Well,
to see what the Judgment Day would have
I
done
mean,
had that happened.
he said in interviews why.
I know why. I really wish they hadn't have done it because I really would want to see. I always wanted to see Edge as the leader of a stable,
I wish they would have
and
went
we
into
never.
more detail before they kicked him out. I wish that they would have, because they said it outside during interviews, but I wish they would have gone in detail during storyline of how Edge was able to actually recruit them. Like we know how he recruited them, but like just wanted to see it. But all right. Did so we've done everything for 2024. Is there anything that y'all are looking forward to or want to see in 2025 before we get out of here?
Looking forward to John Cena's final run. Wondering if they're going to give him either they're going to make him Grand Slam champion or title number 17. Um, Looking forward to Dom winning world championship gold next year.
Hmm.
Uh,
And then what do
Looking
you expect
forward
to
to
see? And then what do you
what
expect
do
to
I
see?
expect? What do I expect to see? I expect to see at some point Gunther's going to be WWE champion. I think
Oh,
he
he won the
loses the
other one.
world championship. Yeah, he'll lose the
Okay.
world championship. I think he'll be WWE champion next year at SummerSlam. I think that's when he wins it. Um, what else do I expect? I expect the New Day to win tag team championships again. If they call them the New Day, the Dark New Day, whatever they're gonna end up calling themselves. I expect the Judgment Day to break up, but I expect Dom and Liv to be the edge and leader of this generation.
You know, they take a Raquel with him.
They might, but it might be one of those where it just works out better as them two. But they might add the third one just to see, so that could work out. And I think that's all the expectations I got.
All right. And Zando, what do you want to see, and what do you expect to see in 2025?
I want and expect Punk to be in the main event of WrestleMania and to win a title there.
Okay.
Um, I want to see the Demon come back
Okay.
because I think he needs to because he's been losing a lot and he's getting more angry and more frustrated. And I think that usually triggers when he should bring the Demon out. I know he's very selective now about if he even wants to do it. So I hope
I
that
mean,
happens.
after the Demon lost to Edge and Edge was leaving, I was already done with the Demon.
Honestly, the
I was
Demon should
done
have
with the
been
demon when
Undertaker.
he. I was done with him when he did that pumpkin spice edition. I was like, you know what? They don't care about this man.
Some people were done with him when he did that when he was convulsing on the ground against Roman.
Yeah, that too. That would never not be funny to me. That was hilarious. Also, I want Finn to go back to his old theme.
Oh, okay.
That was a top theme in WWE. I want that back with the entrance too.
All right, Xander. So what else? What else you got?
I expect Jay to possibly get another title run, possibly even a world title.
I was about to say which title.
I think he can hit the world title. I mean, I don't see him just SmackDown because I can't see him on the same show as you know, Roman and them. So I
Hmm.
expect that. Now, I also expect the Netflix show debut to be big, but I don't think it's going to be, as we talked before, as big as everybody thinks it's going to be.
Okay.
Like, it's not going to do
Okay.
the numbers everybody thinks it's going to be doing. It's not going to be hitting major
Well,
sporting event numbers.
I said on the last stream that uh worldwide uh Tyson and Jake Paul did 65 million homes. JD thinks that Raw's Netflix debut is going to do more than that. Me and Jay say
Absolutely
no.
not. Absolutely not.
65 million homes is
65
a lot of
million.
houses. That's a lot of houses.
That means you're telling me that one out of every five houses in America, and I know it's not just America, it's worldwide. You're telling me that if it was straight America, that means one out of every five houses is gonna be watching that.
In America, it was
I'm
60
not.
million.
I'm not going that high, bro.
It's
That's
not going
that's
to
a
happen.
lot.
And there's
On
some
eight,
real reasons why.
I was at 8 p.m. on a Monday. You're gonna have 60 million people watching. Oh, all
It's
right.
You got to think that 65 are people who are not wrestling fans, who are just major sports fans. There's still that stigma, unfortunately, with wrestling that's not viewed
And
as an actual sport.
they're going back to 3 hours when they hit Netflix.
See, that's another problem. That's a whole other situation I'm happy with. So
So
yeah,
that's
they're not going to hit the
so that would
numbers.
be that would be something you don't want to see in 2025.
No, I don't want to see 3 hour Raws. I don't want to see 3 hour SmackDowns like they're doing.
I love it. Bring it on. Keep it coming.
Also, isn't
Uh,
there? I was say, is that the last Monday Night Football of the year too? On that day? No,
January
this is the
6th.
week before. It's the week before. It's the week before. They don't
Uh,
have. They don't have. I always forget they stopped doing a Monday Night Football week in the last week of the season. I was doing it the week before. So no.
so so I'm gonna go with what I want to see in 2025. I want to see um I want to see the Lucha Bros in WWE win the tag titles. Um, I want to see Seth win his damn feud against Punk. You know it's not going to happen. Uh, what I expect is I expect Xavier Woods to win the IC championship. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm gonna say I want Xavier Woods to win the IC championship because I expect him to win a title, but the one that I'm picking is IC. I expect to see Dom win Money in the Bank, and that's how he becomes the world champion. Um, I expect Judgment Day breakup, and also this is gonna be funny. I expect an actual apology from Roman Reigns to the Bloodline.
I think it's gonna happen.
Hmm.
I don't think it's
It
gonna be
has
like
to.
a
It
apology,
has
apology
to.
way. Like I think it's gonna be one of those. I think at first it's gonna be one of those "I'm sorry you feel that way" apologies, and then they're gonna be like, "Mofo, we mean a legit. Like you gotta
Hmm.
tell us."
Well, Jay already asked for that. Oh, and also, what I want to see is I want to see who is the true leader behind Solo's bloodline. Because people act like The Rock ain't involved at all. So I want to see
It.
who
I
the.
100% think it's The Rock.
Hmm. All right. Did
If
y'all?
Vince was still in charge, I feel like they would do something stupid and be like it's Shane McMahon. But it had 100% has to be The Rock.
It
But
being Shane McMahon would be
I'm
hilarious.
still mad about the higher power, man. I'm still mad the higher power was not Jake Snake Roberts. That made way too much sense, and Vince McMahon ruined it
Just to make himself. Mm-mm-mm.
just to make
Oh,
himself.
oh, and something I want to see, I forgot. Now that he's on Raw, I want to see Logan Paul and Dom tag team. I want to see them tag team with each other. They don't got to become a group. I just want to see them in a tag match together. They talked about it on Impulsive. I want to see it actually happen. All right. Did y'all have anything else that y'all wanted to talk about for either from last year or what you expect coming forward?
Um,
I hope there's a rebirth of the tag team divisions where they get
I've been
more
hoping.
focused.
I've been hoping for that since
So
2013.
that would be something that you want to see.
Yes.
Well,
And I've been wanting it for decades, bro.
we've got Heel DIY, we got the Machine Guns, we have the Lucha Bros are coming, Penta's on his way. Uh, then eventually, I think the Wyatt Six might get a tag title. The War Raiders got the titles now. They're trying to build it back up. NXT is starting to focus more on their men's tag division. Um, so yeah,
Not gonna lie, all those tag teams you just named, maybe outside of
Street
the
Profits are
machine,
they're going to get back.
maybe outside the Machine Gun Kellys or whatever they're called, they that all sounded a little mid to me. Like they got to show me something. They spent the last 20 years just destroying that division. They got to show me something now before I get excited for it.
I mean, the fact you call the Machine Guns the Machine Gun Kellys is crazy.
Hey, it fit.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
people
Ain't
actually
it? So
people actually like them.
I'm sure someone likes Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh,
I'm sure I can
when do
find
y'all?
two
Oh,
people.
this is the last question. When do y'all think in 2025 we find out who attacked Jade? When do you think we find out?
At No Way
Mm,
Out,
When is that?
February.
maybe,
Okay.
maybe on this Raw that Netflix TV is on.
It could be because I
Netflix
assume that
TV, baby.
they want Jay to have a WrestleMania match, like a one-on-one WrestleMania match. I'm assuming that's what they want. And who do y'all think did the attack?
Oh, Naomi, it was confirmed Naomi for me. As soon as she sashayed her little ass to help her defend them titles. Same story,
Uh,
different characters.
so exactly. So I think it's gonna be Naomi versus Jade at WrestleMania, or her somewhere. I mean, that's not as entertaining as Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania, but so I would say somewhere between now and somewhere between January 1st and No Way Out. We'll find out because that's gonna what's built to that singles match for her.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we find out before the Rumble, probably. Xander,
Yeah,
what you got?
I think it's gonna happen on that first episode of Netflix. Since that's a big show, they might have a big angle like that pop up on there. So I think we can find it as soon as that.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, but yeah, man. Uh, I think that's it. Unless y'all got something y'all want to say.
I want to take this time to congratulate the Washington Commanders on a great regular season so far.
Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. I just knew it. I knew the longer this stream went, but he was gonna find a way to sneak the Commanders in here.
Hey man, like it's the first time we've had 10 wins at this part of the season since 1991, man. So I can't really. I gotta say something. 1991 was a long ass time ago, man. That was 5 years before Tupac died. So like that's a long time ago.
Okay. All right, that's enough Commanders talk. Thank you.
I only said two sentences.
and too many. All right, y'all. This is Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Tuesday Night Trey. This has been Zandal. This has been Jokes from JJ. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Merry Christmas. And well, actually, no, we'll be, next time you see us, it'll be the new year. So Happy New Year to y'all as well.
It's
Peace.
me. It's me. It's D.